everyone. Welcome to today's episode of the Big Donch Show. Today, we'll be talking about the terrible decision after the Haney versus Lomachenko fight. My mood was ruined for that whole day yesterday and Saturday night. But anyway, the NBA playoffs and a whole lot more. Just a reminder to like the Big Donch Show on Spotify and to subscribe to my YouTube, Big Donch. Let's get right into it. Starting off with the NFL, as always. Fortunate to see NFL legend, running back for the Browns, Jim Brown, passed away. One of the best running backs of all time. Great athlete. Was very good in lacrosse. So very good athlete. So rest in peace to Jim Brown. Also, we've been seeing it. I just want to point this out. Not really much news. There's obviously not not a lot of news in the month of May and June. But I've been put on an NFL Network. Been seeing a lot of old Super Bowl games on the NFL Network, which is pretty cool. Yesterday, I was watching the Steelers versus Cowboys in the 70s, and I saw them play in the 90s when they lost, unfortunately. But it's just cool to see. Just had to point that out. Why not? A little fun thing I'm in sports I've been paying attention to over the past couple of days. But really, that's all in the NFL. Okay, let's move on to basketball. Okay, we always save boxing for last usually. Doc Rivers fired. Okay, I mean that's pretty good. It was the right decision. I mean Doc, he has his experience, right? He has his NBA finals. He's a good coach overall. Just wasn't working with Philadelphia. So I'm glad we were able to, move on from him. I don't know who now. Maybe Nick Nurse, dude from the Bucks. I don't want to mispronounce his name. Um, Maybe Chauncey Billups. We'll see. I mean, here's the thing. I think that we're gonna suck for a while now. I think the 76ers, it's over for them. I think James Harden's most likely leaving, but either way, he wasn't much of a big help. He was so inconsistent. One day he'd do great. You think like we won the trade, and then they're in the playoffs against the Celtics. It's like we completely lost the trade. So he's most likely leaving, probably going to Houston. I don't know. His career is done. I really like James Harden, but he'll never win a ring. He'll never win a ring. I think he's asking for like 50 million a year in Houston. I don't know what the logic is there. Maybe he just wants to be that another scorer again. I don't know. But yeah, I think we're gonna suck for a while. Joel Embiid probably won't be on the team in about 3 years max. Tyrese Maxey will be our best player after Joel Embiid and James Harden, and that's not really saying much. I like Maxey, but he's not good enough to really take a team like that. Tobias Harris, can't believe we picked him over Jimmy Butler. But yeah, we're gonna be bad. We're gonna be bad for a while now. I think we're gonna be like a 7 or 8 seed next year, and then in 2 or 3 years we're gonna be restarting the process all over again. Just how it is. You know, we put all this effort into the process, trust in the process, and we had a solid team. Jimmy Butler, Ben Simmons. I mean, I always rooted for Ben Simmons. Obviously, he did terrible in that series against the Hawks, and it was right to move on. Um, Especially just not deciding to play right after that. So, but Ben Simmons, when he was in his prime, when he was like playing for the Sixers like that, a very good defensive player. We were solid. He wasn't the main reason why we were losing. Brett Brown just couldn't get it done. But we had Jimmy Butler, Ben Simmons, Joel Embiid, even Tobias Harris. We had Bellinelli. I remember we had solid players. I like that team. That was one of my favorite. That's my favorite team of all time. Okay, JJ Redick, my favorite team of all time, and we should have won with that. We didn't. We choked in the playoffs like usual. Same thing happens today. I don't know what else to say. Carmelo Anthony, okay, legend, obviously, Hall of Famer, great scorer, one of the best scorers of all time. He announced his retirement today. Okay, 10-time All-Star, 6-time All-NBA. He's a 2012 scoring champ. What's 70 points he had during that season? 28 points. Oh, okay, well, pretty low, but still, scoring champ. He was all rookie in 2003 and part of the NBA 75th anniversary team. Unfortunately, never won a ring. Unfortunately, he joined the Lakers last year, scored 13 points though off the bench, which is pretty nice. But his best days, I don't know I guess you could say his best days were in the Knicks, right? I mean, that's when he had the most success. That's when he played his best, but he was still solid in Denver. I'm pretty sure that team ended up making the Eastern Conference Finals. No, it'll be the Western Conference Finals. Trying to look. Yeah, lost the Western Conference Finals against the Lakers. So Nuggets and Lakers are playing right now in the conference finals. And now, that's what he played in. So that was the closest I guess he ever got to a ring. He was fun in the Knicks. Obviously, I watched him on the Knicks. I went to the Thunder then, which he was kind of good with. And went to Houston for only 10 games he played. Trailblazers, Lakers. I remember he was like on the Hawks. But unfortunate way that came down. 37 years old. Last year he played. I don't know how old he is now. 6'7", 238 out of Syracuse. 38 years old now. So Carmelo Anthony, everybody. Carmelo Anthony. Anyway, so yeah, he'll be a Hall of Famer, no doubt. I'm pretty sure he was on the Olympic team. Okay, probably won a gold medal, so no doubt about that. The NBA playoffs, let's talk about it. Okay. Nuggets are up 3-0. They'll play tonight. Heat are up 3-0, which is very, very surprising. But Jimmy Butler is insane. And that team's all Jimmy Butler. You put James Harden on that team. You put Kevin Durant on that team. You put Damian Lillard on that team. I don't know. Any shooting guard. I know Damian Lillard's a point guard, but put any shooting guard other than Damian Lillard. I'm sorry. Put any shooting guard other than Jimmy Butler on that team right now. That wouldn't be where they're at. They'd be a first round exit. Jimmy Butler is playing insane. The team's clicking, I'll admit. The team's not bad. The team is still clicking. What I like about the Heat is all those undrafted players they got. Great shooters, right? Strus, I'm pretty sure, is undrafted. I can't think off the top of my head, other ones. But they have like 4 undrafted players, and they're all role players. They're all in the rotation. So definitely cool to see. I know Kevin Love, he had a great start yesterday. He only played like 4 minutes, though. He went out with an ankle injury. Love Kevin Love. Don't know how long that will last, though. But Jimmy Butler's insane. Absolutely insane. Adebayo, he's doing exactly what he has to do. He's stepping up. He didn't step up last year. Stepped up this year, though. He's playing that role just fine. I'll look up Bam Adebayo real quick because I know he was like, I think he made the All-Star team a year for a year. Yeah, he's a 2-time All-Star, 4-time All Defensive. He just made the All-Star team this year. My fault. 20 points, the average. So yeah, definitely a solid year this year. 9 rebounds, 3 assists, a steal, 4-time All Defensive, like I said. Then he made the All-Star team in 2019. So exactly what the Heat needed, because it can't just be all Jimmy Butler. They need a good big man, and that's exactly Bam Adebayo. So, and then Nuggets and the Lakers, I love seeing that, man. I love the Nuggets up 3-0. Of course, though, since it's LeBron, everyone's saying, what could happen? Could it come back? I mean, maybe 5 years ago, LeBron, I'd be worried as a Nuggets fan, which I'm not, but if I was the Nuggets, I'd be worried. But it's old LeBron, right? He's still one of the best players in the league, but I just don't think he has that to come back 3-0. Probably, if I could predict, I think the Lakers will win tonight. I think they just will win tonight, but then I had the Nuggets in 5. I don't see the Nuggets sweeping. I'd like to see the Nuggets sweep, but I doubt that. I think the Lakers will win tonight. Jokic's insane. He didn't have a good game last year. I'm sorry, last game, but he's having definitely a good series. He just makes everything absolutely insane. I think it was the second game of the series. So many just good shots. And then Jamal Murray, he's playing amazing too. That's exactly what the Nuggets need. Can't just be all on Jokic. So definitely excited for the Nuggets. I think that the Nuggets will win the NBA Finals regardless who wins the Heat versus Nuggets. I'm sorry, the Heat versus Celtics. So I think it'll be the Heat versus Nuggets, and the Nuggets will win. We'll see Jokic get his first ring. So that's definitely cool. But that's the finals. Stay tuned for more. Let's move on to the MLB now. Philadelphia Phillies, 22-24. They just won the series against the Cubs. They won the last 2 games against the Cubs, losing the first one. They lost the first one to the Cubs 10-1. Then they defeated the Cubs 12-3. Schwarber had a grand slam, which we'll talk about. And then yesterday, Bryson Stott pinch hitting, hit that 2-run home run. He's doing good. Let's talk about Kyle Schwarber real quick. He was one of my favorite players last year. After Bryce Harper, he was probably my favorite player in not only the Phillies, but in the MLB. Okay. Just the fact that he was crushing balls. But it's starting to get annoying now because it's either a home run or a bust with him. I think he only has maybe 1 game this year. I could be wrong. It might take me a while to look this up, but I was looking like he only has like 1 game this year where he has more than 1 hit, where he has multiple hits. Okay, let's look up Kyle Schwarber real quick. Now he's up there in home runs, no doubt. He had that huge grand slam, which is nice, right? He's batting 174 right now. His on base percentage is 318. Slugging percentage is 404. 11 home runs. Okay, 28 hits total. Okay, so almost half of his hits come from home runs. 2 doubles, 0 triples. Okay, 26 runs, 23 RBIs, 58 strikeouts. Okay, I wouldn't be surprised if he's leading the league in strikeouts. And then 30 walks. Okay, look at his game log. Yesterday went 0 for 2. Then had a grand slam against the Cubs and went 0 for 3 2 games in a row, May 17th and May 19th. Then he went 0 for 4 2 games in a row against the Rockies. I'm looking at this game, okay? I'm trying to see where we started. I think we started the season off. Okay, so he has more he has more than uh he has more than 1 game. He has a couple 2 hit games. That's it. He doesn't have any 3 hit games. Okay. My fault. The last time he had a game where he had more than 2 hits, or I'm sorry, he had more than 1 hit was May 7th, because it was 2 weeks ago. But either way, okay, that still it doesn't prove anything. What I'm saying is his he's a home run or bust with him, and I really wish we could rely on him more to get more hits. Batting 174, not good. Now home runs do make up for it a good bit, but we got to get more from him. We got to get more from him. I want to see more actual base hits from him. A good fielder. I never really had any problems with him fielding, right? But hitting wise, I want to see him get more hits. Phillies are playing the Diamondbacks today. Okay, it's 6:40. Wheeler's on the mound in Philadelphia, and then Henry. Let's see, Tommy Henry on the mound for the Diamondbacks. Let's see the record of the Diamondbacks. 27-20. Diamondbacks are doing good. So if we could win this series, that'd be nice. The Mets are winning. They just won a doubleheader yesterday. Justin Verlander and Max Scherzer had himself a great day pitching. I think I watched the game for the Mets. The Verlander went, I think, 8 innings. I think it was. They defeated the Cleveland Guardians. Another play on the Phillies, so I want to see. He had a double yesterday. That's Trey Turner. He's in a bit of a slump. He was my MVP going into this year. Not playing like that. And I doubt he'll come back like that to win MVP. But hey, anything over 290 will be nice, right? But we're in a slump overall. Pitching's bad. Yesterday was good though. Walker did what he had. Did what he had. Give up no runs. Was pulled. Craig Kimball came in. Got 399 saves, so he's one save away from 400. Gave up a home run, but still got the save. And I mean, hey, just got to be happy about that. So once again, we're 22 and 24, fourth in the NL East. We're behind. I'm pretty sure. I mean, in the NL East, for the past couple of years, I really never cared about winning the NL East. I mean, I wanted to this year mainly because of the success we had last year. I wanted to focus on the NL East, but Braves pretty much had that unlocked. It is what it is. We don't need to win the NL East, right? We won the World Series last year as a wild card team, but we got to focus on just the. I like to see us focus more on just making the wild card. Okay, I know we're behind the Mets. Let's take a look at the standings. Yeah, for the wild card, we're behind the Marlins. Okay, the Mets are in the wild card right now. So we're behind the Marlins. They're at 24. We're 2 games back behind the Marlins. So we got to get 3 more wins. Pirates, 24, 22. They're in the wild card. Nice to see them in the wild card. But yeah, that's baseball. Okay, not much going on. The best team in the league right now is still the Rays, 34 and 14. Okay, followed by the Rangers. This is weird. Oh, right, because they're in the same division. I was about to say the Orioles in the wild card right now with 31 and 16 record, but I realized that they're in the same division as the Rays. So yeah, that AL East, they're all over 500. They're all over 500. That's crazy. The A's 10 and 38. I'm looking at right now for the AL West. They're probably the worst team in baseball right now. Them and the Royals and the White Sox. But that's baseball. Let's go right into now the biggest story of the day, which basically happened on Saturday, and that is Devin Haney versus Vasily Lomachenko, lightweight, undisputed belts. I personally think it was a robbery. Now, it was a close fight. It was a very good fight. I knew it was going to be the best fight of this year, and it was. It was the best fight of the year I watched this year. It's a very close fight. Devin Haney had a good start, but Lomachenko had a good ending. I scored it 7-5 for Lomachenko. Okay. And then David Moretti scored it 116 and 112 for Devin Haney. Unbelievable. That ruined my night. Once that fight ended, and knew I was excited, I was happy, I was confident Loma won. Like I was never more confident in a decision, in a close decision like that. I knew Loma won, and they announced, and still was I mad? I was never. I'm not the biggest Loma. Like I like Loma, right? I'm like a fan of him, right? I'm not a big fanboy of Loma. It's not. He's one of my. I guess you could say most watched fighters, but you know what I'm saying. Like I'm constantly rooting for Lomachenko, right? I was rooting for him because well, he's 35 years old and time's running out. But I'm not like the biggest Lomachenko fan. But okay, I was never more mad over a decision like that. We see a lot of robberies all the time in boxing, and it's unfortunate for the sport. Corrupted, right? Corruption. That's really all it is, right? Conspiracy theories, basically, right? You can't really prove unless there's actual proof of a judge saying one of the judges saying, "Yeah, I took bribes," right? But you have a guy like Devin Haney, top rank, face of top rank, okay, future young guy versus an old European in Las Vegas. I mean, it brings up these rumors rise more. The conspiracy theories just You know what I mean? They come together. I just feel like they didn't want to see a 35-year-old European Lomachenko win this fight because what's that going to do? That's not going to make the money. You have a young Devin Haney winning. It's going to bring more belts. It's and also when like 75%, like three-quarters of the amount of people who watch this fight agree that Loma won, you know something's wrong. You know something's wrong. People make the argument though, well, Devin Haney landed the body shots. Yeah, in the first half. The second half though, that was Loma. He was, you know what I'm saying? Like he was doing more damage to Haney. Then another argument is the 12th round. Okay, you want to give the 12th round to Haney? Fine. Then it's 6-6. It's a draw. It's still not for Haney. It was either I would have accepted a win for Lomachenko or a draw. That's it. Anything else? Anything for Haney? Unacceptable. An anonymous decision? 116 to 112, which is unbelievable, and then 115 to 113 twice. It's sad, unfortunate too, because Lomachenko, he's probably never got the shot again. What's next for Loma? I don't know. I think that he could. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, who am I, right? Maybe he wants to keep going. I doubt we're going to see a rematch. Haney doesn't want a rematch, so I doubt we're going to get one. Obviously, since Haney is the champ going into this fight, he had the decision on a rematch clause, so I doubt we're going to see a rematch on this. I don't know. Loma's only getting older, and it's unfortunate. It was robbed. It was robbed. It was a good fight. It was a good fight, ruined by the wrong decision. Wrong decision. And another thing I want to point out, people who said that Haney won were saying, oh, well, when you're a contender like that, you can't just barely win. You got to dominate. No, you don't. You shouldn't have to worry about that. You should worry about doing what you got to do. It's a boxing match. It's professional boxing. Top tiers, one of the two best lightweights in the world, two of the best pound for pound boxers in the world. Okay? It's not going to be a domination. Okay, Loma did what he had to do to win. That's all that matters. It's like in football. If a team wins 2-0, all right, off a safety, they still won the game if they won off a field goal, right? If they win by 1 point. If an NBA team wins by 1 point and it was sloppy, they still won, right? If an MLB team wins 1-0, they still won. They did what they could. They won the game. Lomachenko, he didn't dominate, but he did what he could do to win. Okay, Haney's a good defensive boxer. You can't just dominate Devin Haney. You don't need to dominate anybody to win. He won. That's all that matters. I had Lomachenko winning that fight. He did what he had to do. He had to do what he had to do. Lomachenko landed more punches and rallied huge in the second half. This stuff CBS boxing. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. I mean, close fight. Close fight. But it was not Devin Haney. I don't know what's next. Devin Haney, I like to see. I mean, you just got to roll with it. I mean, I guess Lomachenko's going to peel it. Not much is going to happen out of that. But his team's going to peel it, protest it. Not much is going to happen. So, as a boxing fan, what do I want to see? Well, one is just stop the corruption. It ruins so many things. UFC, there's some you know what I mean, some bad decisions there sometimes too, but it's not as bad as boxing. Excuse me, it's not as bad as boxing. It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. So, Lomachenko, if he wants to be a champ and maybe make an undisputed run, his days at lightweight are over unless he automatically got a rematch with Haney, which is not going to happen. He'd have to fight Haney this year. And, you know what I'm saying? Or like, I don't even know, fight Shakur Stevenson and beat him. And then, I don't know. Loma's days at lightweight are over, I think. I think that he needs to bump down to 130 and just fight there. 130 is pretty weak. I think that he could win a couple belts there. Maybe not be undisputed, but I think, I don't know. That's what I like to see from Loma. I don't know. I don't want to see him retire. He still has it. He still has stuff left in him. I mean, he literally beat Haney. He has it left in him. I think he beat Haney. But he was small for lightweight to begin with. You know what I mean? We were seeing Haney's weight and size, not weight because they're the same weight, but size like take over for that first couple rounds in that fight. But I don't know. It's unfortunate. I like to see him go down to 130 and do as much as he could. Maybe get a 130 fight this year, in the fall or in the winter, in November, December. Do what he could there, do as much damage as he could there, get a fight there, hopefully for a belt. It should be for a belt. And then, maybe make an undisputed run next year. I don't know. I really don't know. Shakur Stevenson, I think to see him fight Devin Haney, I think Shakur Stevenson's the best lightweight. I think he's the best boxer really under 168, pound for pound. I think that he's top 3 pound for pound fighter. I really feel like Shakur would just work Devin Haney. Gervonta Davis, unless he lands a good punch on Devin Haney, I feel like Devin Haney would just outbox Tank. Shakur will outbox Gervonta Davis also. I think Shakur is the best lightweight in the world right now. I think if he fought Haney, he'd win. Now, Shakur doesn't have much experience at lightweight. He just moved up, but it doesn't matter, right? I mean, he was dominating in junior lightweight, super featherweight. I think that he will win. I think that if he fought Haney this year, he's beating him on unanimous decision, no doubt, no doubt. But it's just unfortunate to see it with Lomachenko. NHL, okay, not much there. Playoffs, but either way, just wanted to add that. We have the Panthers and the Hurricanes, and then the Stars and the Knights. But, hope you guys enjoyed the Big Donch Show. If you guys did, make sure to leave a like, comment down below. Make sure to like the Big Donch Show on Spotify. I'm out, guys. Peace.